we go top of the league. What a game. That first half in particular was just immense.
Yeah, listen, we had a difficult time on Saturday. You know, Michael Potts just come in the dressing room then and said the highs and lows of football. Well, you beat Shields last Tuesday, you lose to Liversedge on Saturday, and then you come back against a really strong Morpeth side tonight and win. And that's what we've got in that dressing room, there's character. You know, we didn't sway from the game plan. We kept to it. We said intensity, the high press, getting balls in behind, getting Will Russ running from deep, getting the overloads in wide areas. And I think you saw for the first half of you were here, some of that football, in particular down to right-hand side between De Grucci and Gribbin was as good as you'll see. They didn't have an answer to the questions that we posed, which was great tonight. We then scored on top, and then unfortunately young Jack makes a mistake, but that's fine, he's here to make mistakes. Came in at half time, addressed a few things, and then we came out and we were brilliant, and you know, we ran out eventual winners 4-2.
Yeah, what was noticeable particularly in the first half was that balls have been fizzed into feet. I mean, it just gave no time to the Morpeth defenders to actually do it. Think about it.
It's the speed of the ball, speed of the pass, and we said that. And I thought Saturday we were very slow in our build-up, and we were side to side, and we wanted to force things into the final area, final third, which we did. You know, and when you've got players, i.e. Gribbin and Linney and Ennis, who could skew the ball the way we do, we're going to create chances, and it allows us to get Finn out on the left, De Grucci out on the right, Potts and Vinny just orchestrated in front of us and CJ tonight. So I was happy, you know, more than happy to bounce back. You know, it shows unbelievable character from the side, and you know what we've got to do is enjoy tonight. Like I said to the lads last week, you know, South Shields is gone, Liversedge is gone, Morpeth's now gone. We've got to get it ready for Mask on Saturday.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, going top of the league, it makes you a target. I mean, I think when people come here, they always up the game. You know, especially so when we're going to Guiseley and Mask in these next two games. I mean, just referring back to the second half, though, I think the difference, obviously, is that Will, obviously, basically all three goals came from very, very similar positions, just running in at that near post. He
did great. Changed his game tonight. You know, I spoke to Fleetwood yesterday. You know, I think he hasn't excelled as a 9. I wanted to see him running from deeper as a 10, let Linney lead the line tonight, and he just found pockets. Listen, he knows that, you know, we're always going to challenge him. We want him to do better. Been desperate for him to score, but the areas that he scored in from tonight, he's doing what a number 10 does. But I thought his overall play, the way he stretched play, the way he supported Linney, the way he got back into pockets, and that's how, you know, you want your number 10 to play. It's not a, you know, tricks and flicks all the time. It's someone who's going to work hard, but more than get themselves in the box. And tonight he's got the plaudits, and he's done really well. And you know, we're enjoying him, having him here. We spoke to Fleetwood yesterday. We're hoping to extend the loan. I'm sure after tonight, you know, all parties will want to do that. So hopefully we can keep developing and he can keep helping us.
Yeah, and obviously Michael Potts, he's been back with the side for a few weeks training. Obviously, his second or third appearance tonight. He was the FC Radio Man of the Match, Joseph Holt's basically sponsored. What a performance from him.
He was immense. After 5 seconds when he got the first block in, and then he kind of he checked on the ball and then played a sideways pass and said to Mike, I say he's at it tonight. You know, when Potts is at it, he was excellent. He drove us forward. Him and Vincent complemented each other, which was great. But I've got a quartet now. I've got a quartet of Ennis, you know, Vincent, Potts and Griffiths. You know, I'm so lucky to have them four, and the challenge will be trying to keep them all happy. But, you know, they will tire. You know, they will tire. Griff will bring us that youthfulness, and not saying that the other three are getting old, but, you know, we need to bring that youthfulness. And, you know, tonight, before the game, I wanted to rest Charlie Ennis. I was desperate to. He's come in and he's played pretty much every minute of every game, and he was on the bench for tonight. Hopefully he was going to get a rest. Donahue pulls up in the warm-up, and, you know, credit his attitude so professional. He was ready, he was match tempo. He came in and played another 90 minutes tonight, and probably looked at the bench maybe when we were making the changes at my turn. And no, I thought he was excellent again tonight, and it just shows, you know, that's the quality that we have. And it's coming from all areas. It's coming from all areas, from the back line, including the keeper, to the top end of the pitch. And, you know, we're just, like I said, we're enjoying tonight, but more pleasing than that, we've really kept to that game plan, and we've been very methodical in the way we've carried it out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most noticeable things as well is basically we're looking at the team sheet, and game after game, it's virtually the same. Basically, we've seen the same players, and you can see that when starting to do the combinations, that, you know, what you call robust passing, you know, particularly sort of like in the midfield, they know what each other's going to do now.
It helps, you know, and thinking of the season that we did well with Tunde up top, and, you know, you could pretty much name, you know, your back five of Belford, Dodd, you know, Jones, Doyle and Morris, you know, and they played together a lot, and they started building that relationship. I think, you know, Palinkas has done really well, but I think at the minute, you know, the four of them, you know, in the back four that are doing it, they're building that rapport with each other. I think now we can get a Vincent out or a Potts out or an Ennis out or a Griffiths. It's the same names at the top end of the pitch. You know, when you've got the quality of Gribbin, you know, Linney, you've got Woollerton's coming, you've got Donahue. It doesn't make it easy, but it does make it a little bit easier, and it helps that fluency. But what we can't afford to do now is go back to what we happened at, you know, start of September, when we had horrific injuries and suspensions, and, you know, kind of people didn't listen to that. You know, it was awful to not being able to get your better players out, but we can get them out now, and, you know, they're showing what a good side they are.
Yeah, and obviously with the intensity of the games, obviously we've got a long trip on Saturday to Marsk, never an easy place to go, and then a Tuesday night trip to Guiseley. Basically, everyone's going to be at it, haven't they?
We've been really lucky. We've played the last 4 games at Broadhurst Park, and it's been brilliant. And I think we've put smiles on people's faces. You know, apart from the Liversedge game, I think we've been good, even against Marine Shields tonight. So we love playing here. But we equally were as good on the travels, and we've shown that with our away record. So we know Marsk can be difficult. They knocked us out of the trophy last season. Really good side, riding high now towards the top end of the league. I think they've won again tonight. Guiseley, you know, one of the pre-season favourites. So that's going to be a tough game. But, you know, we've got to target a points total before we get back here. But we go into every game, whether or not we're 17th in the league or first in the league, and treating it the same way. Our game plan won't change. We'll get in Thursday night, we'll work on certain things, we'll have Marsk watched, we'll have Guiseley watched, and then, you know, the team that will go out to play will hopefully one that we can, you know, execute that game plan and get the points from.
Yeah, but it's always easy going into a game when there's that bounce and that vibe in the dressing room, isn't there?
Yeah, it is nice. You know, it helps you sleep a little bit better. It's nice coming into work. But, you know, even more special tonight, I've got to say this, the amount of work that's gone on behind the scenes, Francis Fielding, our new commercial manager, Natalie Atkinson, Rachel Francis, you know, the work that they've done to prepare. We've had a sponsors day today, you know, commercial day today. I think we had 50, 60 businesses upstairs who stayed to watch the game today, and, you know, the presentations this afternoon were excellent, and, you know, hopefully these people have enjoyed the game today, believe in what we're trying to achieve, you know, being a community football club, and they come back again and hopefully, you know, help us along the way and help us develop the football club. And, you know, the work that's gone in, though, you know, the things that people don't see is a credit. And, you know, I don't often dedicate wins to people, but, you know, to cap off a win tonight on top of what Francis, Nat and Rach have done is, you know, is credit to them.